Joining us now to discuss Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. Thank you, Senator, for joining. I want to remind everybody you're from Alabama, the great state of Minnesota, Great Lakes, beautiful companies. Where are the two senators from Minnesota? You showed up to defend this. Where are they?
Well, they're AWOL, but they're part of the problem. At the end of the day, if you look at this situation, the Democratic presidential administration of Obama and Biden, they basically use Minneapolis and Minnesota as a garbage dump. They brought in people from third world countries, they dumped them, and they did it for a reason. 84,000 Somalians in the census of 2024 are in Minneapolis, and the Somalians elected Ilhan Omar, not Americans, Somalians. So we have huge problems. We've got to clean it up. We're not a third world country in America, and we're not going to allow this to happen. They were tried to do this in Alabama by dumping Haitians and the Biden administration in Alabama. We refused it. They moved them somewhere else.
Senator, I want to bring something. I was reading a piece that Rich Lowry from the National Review wrote about this very thing, and it's titled, "Ungrateful Ilhan Omar and the Somali Scammers Are the Immigrants We Don't Want." Do you think that the media and other liberals are quiet on this? Because President Trump is right, and he has been right, because our immigration policy is about serving our national interest. That is the very root of it. It is not about serving the interests of individuals living in other countries or other countries. And there is something that the Biden administration tried to crack down on, the public charge issue of allowing immigrants into this country who will wind up on an array of welfare, including SNAP benefits. Maybe that gets expanded beyond where it is today.
Well, they've overloaded the system, Dagan. They have absolutely sent people into areas that are not governed, are not watched over by Republicans or true Americans. It's basically Democrat socialists, and they're trying to overload the system. They've spent more money than you can imagine. We're $38 trillion in debt, and they don't care about debt. They care about power. And so if they can turn a lot of these blue cities bluer and steal money and put us more in debt, they will be emboldened to them, and they will vote Democrat forever.
Senator Tuberville, you've been very vocal about holding Tim Walz accountable, but the accountability can't just stop with him. Where else in the state do you believe that accountability needs to be, levied?
Well, it goes all the way down to your county commissioners, your county board, your city board of directors, all the way to the mayor. You heard what the mayor and the city chief of police said. I mean, they have totally taken over Minneapolis. I've been there. I've seen it before the Somalians got there, which was a great city. It was all American. Now you go in there and it is it doesn't look like our country. It's a disaster. A lot of our big cities are like that, or a lot of our blue cities. Hopefully it doesn't come to the South. We're going to keep fighting it in the South, but again, we've got to have help. They hate President Trump. And again, the mainstream media is not going to side with President Trump on this. They know they're wrong, but they're not going to side with President Trump because they know he's right.
Senator Tuberville, give us an update on the latest with Venezuela and the pressure on the Trump administration and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. I know that Senators Tim Kaine, Adam Schiff, Chuckle Schumer, and Rand Paul, is he even a Republican, have introduced a war powers resolution on Venezuela, which could be brought to a vote this month.
Where were they, Dagan, when Obama had 580 bombings with drones and killed innocent people, thousands of people? Where were they? And we're talking about one bombing here of a Venezuelan radical drug boat and terrorist that was bombed and people were killed. We need to kill them all. They're killing Americans every day. This is war. This is not a just kick around social event. This is absolute war against Venezuela and the people down there that are sending drugs there every day, that done it for tens and tens of years, and they're killing our young people from age 18 to 45. Probably during the time we've talked, there's probably been 24 people die of overdoses, and we have people that are trying to support these people. Where are we going wrong here?
Right.
Where are we backing, and why are we backing these terrorists when we should be backing American people? President Trump's exactly right. Kill every damn one of them,
Yeah.
and we can eradicate this.
Great. Senator, thank you so much for your leadership. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.